Okay guys, bring it in. Now, that last finish we looked at is called backside finish. This next one is referred to in the sport of wrestling as a backdoor finish, okay? This next finish is very helpful when an opponent aggressively covers your head with his hips. Put me in a single leg real quick. Good, so again, your opponent knows that you live and die by your head position. If your head stays in great position, he's going to be able to do good work. If I can start to attack his head, start to stuff his head down to the mat, and I'll start to put weight on his head with my hips, it's going to be very hard for him to work effectively here. And this is exactly the type of position where you want to start to look for this next technique I'm going to show you, which is the backdoor finish, where they're going to take your head, they're going to stuff it, and they're going to cover it with their hips like this. And they hip into your head. Okay, it's literally the entire weight of their hips on the back of your head. And your ability to move and the amount of weight you're going to feel on their part is going to be substantial. Okay, so let's look at this next technique from here. I'm in on a single leg. He starts to stuff my head. He starts to sprawl. I still put my hand on the mat from here. Okay? From here, Drew's going to do a good job of covering my head with his hips. Yeah, exactly. And again, guys, this is actually not a bad tactic on his part. The amount of weight I feel from his body when his hips cover my head is substantial. Okay? From here, I'm going to take my right leg up, and I'm going to donkey kick it back. Okay? When I donkey kick my leg back, I'm going to allow it to pendulum me up into this posture position here, okay? And this is what is referred to as the backdoor finishing position, where I posture up and I attack my opponent's hips with head height. From here, first finish we're going to look at is I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to lace on the ankle like so. Off that ankle, I'm going to take the ankle across to my hip, and that's going to whip my opponent down to the mat. From here, I'm going to take my left hand up and over. I'm going to cover armpit to armpit, okay? Off that armpit to armpit, I'm going to drive weight onto his armpit to put his upper body down on the mat. Once I put his upper body down on the mat, I will hold this ankle, Turk it. I step over for a Turk. That's called a Turk in wrestling. And I will step through into a top half guard situation. Once we step into top half from here, it's going to be very hard for him to heist up and fight up, okay? Let's look at it again. Now you're in a top half guard passing situation. I'm in on the single leg. He starts to sprawl on me. I put my hand on the mat. This guy's really aggressive. He covers my head with his hips. Exactly. And now I'm in this bad position here. From here, look, my left hand's on the mat. My right leg shoots back. And off my right leg shooting back, I knee pound in. And that allows me to lift him up. From here, I reach, ankle, pull it across my body, that whips him down. I can't simply release and let go. He's going to build height on me. Exactly, come back. So off of this, I release and I go armpit to armpit. That armpit to armpit is going to allow me to put weight on his upper body. I drive and I flatten. Off that flattening motion, I take my leg over and through. I Turk. This is called a Turk. Okay? From here, I will step around. Knee goes on the mat. Reface, and now we're in a top half guard passing position. Okay? On 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Keep driving armpit to armpit, armpit to armpit. That's it, Mike. Now, Mike. Good. Nope. Which is your primary? Which is the leg you had? No, stop. Which is the leg you were attacking? That's the one you're going to keep. To his Achilles. Good. And whip him down. Good. No, don't do that, Chris. Stay facing him. Armpit to armpit. Good. Now, Turk. Good. Exactly. And now you're up. Good. Now, let's look at finishing a double leg off of this situation. Same backdoor entry. I'm in on a single leg. Drew stuffs my head to the mat. I post to maintain as much posture as I can. He's good, though. He manages to stuff my head under his hips. Again, look, I'm up on my hand. Right hand's on the mat. I kick my leg back, and I shoot it under him. That's what's going to allow me to build. Off of this build, from here, I'm going to go for a double leg. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hand and start to grip the knee as well, okay? So my right hand comes up, and I grip the knee. Off of that knee grip, I'm going to shuck and dump him to one side. Off of that dump, notice I have both legs. Now, What I don't want to happen from here is I don't want to stay on the legs like this, have Drew start to build height to a hand, exactly, and then start to create all those types of problems that come from heisting. I need to shut all that down, okay? Understand, okay, in the sport of wrestling, guys will not turn away because if he turns away and I get behind him, that's a score. So they don't want to get scored on. In our sport, a guy might turn away. That's a very viable reaction. However, there are some rule sets. So for example, ADCC would make sense for him to turn away. He turns away, no score. If I end up in top turtle, there's no score. There's certainly an advantage. There's no real advantages in ADCC, but in the eyes of the judges, they might see it as an advantage. But there's no actual score. So ADCC type rule set would make sense for him to turn away. However, let's say, for example, IBJJF. IBJJF, I get behind him in a turtle situation, that's a takedown, okay? That's a score. So it's very similar to college wrestling in that sense, okay? So again, that might be one of the reasons why the guy might not want to turn away. So when I dump him here in this double, he stays facing me here. It's actually not a bad reaction. It's actually a pretty good reaction. So from here, once again, what I want to do is I want to attack the height that he's building over here. How do I do that? I go armpit to armpit, okay? So I take my leg out, my hand out, my right hand out. I go armpit to armpit, and I drive him down to the mat. Off of that drive, I'll take my left leg over. If I can Turk both legs, great. That's even better. If I can Turk one leg, that's fine as well. Whatever Turk I get, whether it's two legs or one leg, I will rake back, turn, and face. And notice how I'm still lifting that leg up with my own leg. That's making it hard for him to use that leg on the mat, whatever leg I'm Turking. Again, if you can Turk both legs, bello, very good. But if you can only Turk one leg, go with what you got, okay? And now from here, I'm on top of the guy, and now I'm ready to start aggressing him from top position. Let's look at it again from the top. I'm in on a single leg situation. He starts to cover my head with his hips. From here, I build height with my knee. I kick my knee back, and I rise. I dump him off to one side, and I cover armpit to armpit. From here, I drive over that armpit, and I attack him with my hips. I step over both legs this time. I Turk, come up to top position. Now I'm going to mount. Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3.
Wearing Peter Pan boots.
Stay. Sito. Go back. Go back.
Wear Peter Pan boots.
Put him back down. So from here, building on your left hand. Good. Now, stay high on your left hand, as much height as you can. It's going to help you. Shoot your left leg back and try to shoot your knee between your dad's legs as you posture. That's it. Now go back. I'm going to give you even a better one. Go back. Left hand's on the mat. Build up to your left leg. Build up to your right leg. Now from here, shoot your left knee back like a donkey. When you shoot your knee under him, sit your ass down under him. So kick back like this. You're here. Shoot it back. You have his leg. You want it posted. Like this. You shoot your hips under you. Look at my hips. Look at my hips. And I sit up. So your hips go under you. Build up to your feet. Kick your leg back like a donkey. Now shoot your hips under you. That's it. Do it again. Kick back like a donkey. Shoot your hips under you. One more time. Do it again. You feel that, Ivan? Kick back. Shoot your hips under you. Yeah. Now finish. Let me see the double. Pop. Good. Cover armpit. Cover the armpit. Good. Turk. Very nice. Good job. Good. Good work. Nice, Chris. Good job.
That was probably